His speech is titled, "It Tested Well in the Car." Gary Harkness, "It Tested Well in the Car."
Who here's ever been given an opportunity they couldn't pass by? Well, this is what happened to me just before Christmas. I was given the opportunity when the leader of the local dance company came to me and said, "Gary, we'd like you to MC our local dance production." I thought, that sounds great. I'm a Toastmaster with 4 years experience. And then I remembered that this dance competition isn't exactly a small affair. It's held at the Frankston Cultural Centre. There are 800 people that attend there, and it was held over 2 nights. Again, I didn't think it would be all that difficult. I had a few witty lines prepared for the good night. I wore this good shirt that had been good and faithful to me all those years. And my good, witty lines tested well on the way down in the car. They were a fairly sympathetic crew I was with, and they laughed at the appropriate times, and I thought, right, I'm going to slay them there tonight. I made myself one promise. I promised at this dance concert that I wouldn't, as they were little girls doing it, I wouldn't use 2 expressions, and they were, "Don't they look gorgeous?" and "Oh my goodness, aren't they cute?" So I promised I wouldn't use those expressions. Anyway, I had this fine repartee of witty lines to deliver to 800 adoring Frankstonians at the Frankston Cultural Centre. I arrived there. I had a quick briefing from the lady from the dance concert. I stepped out on stage, and remembering many evaluation right here at Toastmasters, I thought what I need to do is use the full expanse of the stage and make sure I have full eye contact with as many members of the audience I could. I stepped out, the curtains opened, I stepped out into the spotlight, remembering I need to use the stage. I began to walk and introduce myself and realised that the spotlight didn't move with me. I found myself back in that spotlight. And I don't know if you've ever been on stage, but the lights are a lot brighter than they here at our trusty little Sandbelt evening. I couldn't see for the life of me. There's no way I could see an audience member. At one point I thought I was more danger of toddling off the side of the stage more so than not having eye contact with the audience. So that's how the night went up to date. At this point, the old faithful shirt failed too. I had never noticed it before, but it's got a dodgy collar. Hopefully it's performing tonight under pressure. I fear it may not. As I introduced the darling little tots, as I was calling them, and aren't they gorgeous, and who's looking forward to how much is that doggy in the window, I was forever trying to get this rogue collar under control. So the night wasn't going too well. I became a bit of a diva at interval. There was this chap there working the lights, and he came up to me and says, "Oh, g'day mate, do you want me to get you a drink?" And I said, "Oh, a Coke will be fine," as I'm trying frantically to regain some composure. He said, "Oh, I can get you a beer." I said, "Oh, a beer will be fine." "What sort do you want?" I'm trying to get myself back on track. I said, "Oh, VB will be fine." He said, "Oh, you know, they've got Carlton." I said, "Oh, okay." A crowdie, and before I knew it, I'm back up on stage with no time to gather my thoughts for the half-time interval. Instead, I had the little lighting guy talking me into the delights of a Crown Lager at half-time. So the night went on, and I discovered I didn't know a lot about music as I introduced, "Here comes Bruce Springsteen with Dancing in the Dark and Don't They Look Gorgeous?" And then I realised that Bruce, more than just Bruce Springsteen, sings Dancing in the Dark, unfortunately, so I was left with egg on my face. Meanwhile, my daughter, who kindly laughed all the way to the recital, I think we'll call it by now, was in the audience there somewhere, and I knew I was dying. And I caught her eye towards the end of the evening and had a quiet talk to her, and I said, Jane, how do you think I went?" And she said, "Dad, every time you come out on the stage, the people beside me groan." Obviously they were fans of downturned collars as well. So I found that I learned a lot that evening. There's a lot more to life than here at Sandbelt Toastmasters. It prepared me for the basics, but not for the big Eddie Maguire type emceeing role that I envisaged myself performing so well. Here it's easy to use the expanse of the performing area to try and look each of you in the eye. Up on the Frankston Cultural Centre, a lot more difficult to do. As I said, I learnt a lot about myself, my collar, my need to say, don't they look gorgeous and cute, and most importantly, that evening, I learnt a lot about life. I thank you for your attention.